I serve a good daddy. That's who he is. Huh? And I'm loved by him. That's who I am.
That's right.
I don't serve a daddy that if I ask for bread, he give me rocks. He ain't like that.
Right.
If a bad daddy can give you bread when you ask for it, what do you think a good daddy can do for you?
Right.
All I'm saying is, we got to do what this lady did. She heard the report. Have you heard the report about Jesus?
Yes.
Huh? Have you heard the report about his Father? Have you heard what he does and how he does it?
Yeah.
Do you know how many people Jesus healed? Huh? Look, Sister Angie. I'm going to talk to Sister Angie because y'all ain't listening to me. Look, Sister Angie. So the doctors gave a report, right? And so now I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? I ain't walking the way I want to walk.
Okay.
Is that true? I ain't walking the way I want. I ain't functioning the way I want to function. Is that true? So what Sister Angie got to do? What Sister Angie got to do? Y'all come on, y'all help us out. What Sister Angie got to do if y'all been paying any attention? Chance, what Sister Angie got to do?
Claim it.
Walk in faith. How's she gonna do that? Oh, yeah, I'm picking on you now, girl. I'm picking on you now. How's she gonna do that? There you go. She got to visualize that thing, don't she? She got to see that thing, don't she? Huh? She got to see that her reality is not where she's at. This is a momentary time and space. My reality is not this. And then I got to stop what? Confessing it. Huh? Yes, I had a stroke, but I am no longer a stroke victim. Did you hear what I said? Come on, somebody help me out. I had a stroke, but I am no longer a stroke victim.
That's right.
Why? Because I serve a good father.
Yes, that's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Huh? And somewhere in the scripture they say Jehovah, who? Rapha? The Lord is who? My healer. Come on, somebody, help me out, sister. The Lord is my healer. What the doctors can't do and can't figure out, I can just go where? To the most holy place, to the holy place, and I can send up my incense. Before I get there, let me back up. Before I get there, I'm going to step on up here to the altar of sacrifice, and I'm going to render my sacrifice that Jehovah Rapha, the Lord, is my healer.
Come on now.
I'm going to praise that thing.
Yes.
And then I'm going to step on into the holy place. And I'm going to send up my incense to him. Part of my incense going to be thanking him. I'm going to be thanking him because who he is, right? And then I'm going to start to visualize what he's doing for me. And I'm going to talk about what I don't like. I'm going to talk about my condition. I'm going to talk about where I'm at. I'm going to talk about where I don't want to be no more. And I'm going to step on into the holy place. I'm going to step on into his glory. And I'm going to be right there in his glory, because right in the glory, we're going to release my healing.
Come on now.
When you come into the glory of God, everything else got to depart.
Thank you, Jesus.
Everything else has to depart. So I'm stepping into his glory. Because I can.
That's right.
Because that access has been made for me. Because of Jesus. I got confidence. I ain't going in Millie Mouth. I ain't going in Millie Mouth. I ain't going in like I don't belong. I'm going in like I belong. I belong up here in the presence of God. Not because I'm so good, but because God is so good. Because Jesus' blood made the way for me. And I got confidence in what Jesus did for me. And I'm going to walk in that confidence because he placed his spirit on the inside of me that gave me the confidence to move in the things of God.
Thank you, Lord. Yes, he did. Thank you.
Ain't got nothing to do with my positive thinking. All my positive thinking is thinking on God. Thinking on his stuff. That's my positive thinking. I don't know how the rest of the world positive think, but my positive thinking is based off of Jehovah.
Come on now.
Based off of Jesus. Yeshua. If you want to go Hebrew, Yahweh. We just use all the names. Because I have an intimate relationship with him. He cares about me. I know some folk think that God just intends for us to be broke down and messed up, halfway making it, busted. We there, can I just be honest with you? We broke down, busted up, mind running like diarrhea.
Come on.
All bad stuff. We got bad stuff for us. Our reality is bad. That's our choice. We chose for that reality to be like that. That ain't something God did to us. That's something we did to ourselves because we chose to think a certain way.
That's right.
So when I put my thought about him with my trust in him, boom. I got some faith that's working then. I got some faith that's working then. Huh? So when I approach that altar of incense and I begin to render up my prayers, for me, I'm getting past will he, maybe he will, maybe he won't. Whatever he does is fine with me. I'm getting past that place. That's getting right. This is behind me now. Because what I'm praying for, my faith is visualizing it. He's got it up in heaven. I got to get it down.
Yes.
Huh?
That's right. That's right.
Can I just end like this? To let you know that I'm telling the truth. In the story, the woman said, if I could touch the hem of his garment, I'll be healed.
Right. Right.
Her faith was already there. Her actions was the pronunciation of her faith. Her pronunciation of her faith is what released the power of healing. Read the story. It says that she touched him. He felt the power of healing come out of his body. She never spoke a word to him. She simply thought it, that if I can just do it. He turned around and said that what you did was your faith. He says your faith has made you whole.
Wow.
Your faith will get your prayers answered.
That's right.
Huh? Pray without faith, it ain't nothing gonna happen. You're gonna hit and miss.
Right.
That's right.
Pray with faith and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Pray knowing what God has for you and see what happens.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
God has spoken to Elijah and said, I'm gonna shut up the heavens. And Elijah turned around and prayed to God, shut them up.
Come on now. Come on.
God shut up the heavens for 3.5 years. It did not rain. Elijah turned around and went back to God and prayed, open up the heavens.
My Lord.
And the heavens opened up and it began to rain. He is likened to a man who prayed with faith. God told him something. You would have thought it would have been enough that he just prayed what God told him. But that wasn't enough. He was a righteous man who prayed what God said with faith, trusting that God would do what he said he was going to do.
Yes, yes.
My God.
You got to pray knowing God's going to do what he said he's going to do. Huh? Don't mix no fear with it.
That's right.
You're going to be in trouble. When you pray, you should have already visualized what you want.
Come on now.
Otherwise, you're praying blindly. God help me. I don't know how I want you to help, but help me. That's why they say pray specifically what you want. So that you can visualize it. And realize that there are things that can hinder it. Your relationship, where you at with him? You doing what you want to do? You being disobedient? It ain't going to work for you.
That's right.
But when you line up with his criteria, obedience, walking with him, being attached to him, so go ahead and pray. Go ahead and pray. And I already told you that's your title deed. I already told you that you should be perceiving this without your natural senses. If you can't see your family better, it ain't going to get no better. If you can't see your husband walking hand in hand with you, being intimate with you, guess what? It ain't going to be that way. Because your faith ain't operating. You ain't standing on what God said. God said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. In God's word, he said, your marriage, because you Christian, represent and glorify me. When you walk the way you're supposed to walk, your marriage and your family glorifies me. Ain't that what we've been learning, AC? Me and AC and Nadia have been having a great time.
Come on now.
All right.
Huh? Our family glorifies God.
That's right.
And if I walk around and I say my husband ain't nothing, my wife ain't nothing,
Wow.
he ain't this, she ain't that, and all I'm doing is complaining about him, God ain't getting no glory out of that.
Wow. Not at all.
Huh? As much as I think I didn't used to think about my dad. If I just walk around and down him all the time, God ain't getting no glory out of that.
No, he's not.
Because God told me to honor my mother and my father no matter what they did or didn't do.
Speak it.
There is no criteria, baby. I don't get to honor you just because you was good.
Yes,
I got to honor you even if you was bad.
Speak life.
Huh? Ain't that right? Huh? You don't respect your husband just because he been doing things right. Huh? The Bible said you respect him when he ain't doing it right.
That's right. Come on now.
Huh? Because if you was doing everything right you was supposed to do, and we know you ain't, what if God turned away from you? What if God had ugly stuff to say about you? Every time you were disobedient to him and God had to say, you know what, you ain't nothing. What if God did that? He ain't like that. Yeah, sad face up. He ain't like that, is he? No, God still says, you still my child. And we can still have conversation about what needs to be corrected. But I better see my spouse the way God said that they are. Huh? I better see them like that. I better see my parents the way God said that they are.
Yes, yes.
Huh? I might be the one in the family to bring this thing together. But if I'm seeing it from the world's point of view, and I'm seeing my mother and my father in a negative view, and all I got is negative thoughts about my family and about my father and my mother, my movement with them is going to be negative. My behavior towards them is going to be negative. My respect for them is going to be negative. But what if I do like God told Sarah, if I'm a woman? The woman like God told Sarah. Even if he ain't doing what you think he should be doing. Even if he ain't on point with God, call him master anyhow. Don't let your dressing up and adorning of your hair be your communication. Let your communication be with you and me. And let your walk before him be holy.
That's right.
Let your walk with me be the thing that calls him to me. You want to change in your family, change you. The change I want in you, I need to make in me. I want my husband to be acting right. I want my wife, you act right.
It starts with me.
Say it again, dude.
It starts with me.
Starts with me. Stop blaming people. You ain't no victim.
That's right. That's right.
We can pass this victim mentality. I don't care who your mama and daddy was. I don't care what they did or didn't do. You're a victim because you choose to be a victim.
Come on now. Come on.
Even if you was raped, you're no longer a victim of rape. Even if you were molested, you're no longer a victim of molestation. If you stay in that place, it's because you choose to stay in that place.
Wow. Come on now. Free.
Huh? Oh, God is speaking now. Ain't we in the Holy of Holies? Hallelujah.
Yeah, come on.
Listen, I'm almost done. Listen, some of us struggle with obesity. Some of us struggle with our weight. And we go to the gym, we change our diet, and only a few pounds come off.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
right.
only a few. Anybody ever been there? A few pounds, 5 pounds come off. They come off pretty quick too. The 5 pounds come, we feel real good about it. And we get to cranking with it.
Okay.
2 weeks later, we ain't lost nothing. And we start getting a little disappointed, don't we? Oh, Lord have mercy, I've been at this for 3 weeks now, I only lost 5 pounds.
Don't do it.
Lord have mercy, we get a little disappointed.
Don't worry about it.
But this is what we never stop to think. God didn't call us to obesity, did he? He didn't. He didn't call us to obsessive eating either. No. I think it was Jesus. No, John. Jesus or John was called a glutton. Because they was always eating. Anytime somebody seen them, they eat. So they got the name of being, they got the title of being a glutton, gluttonous. Well, in God's grand scheme of things, in the Old Testament, gluttonous was a sin.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah. To eat a lot, just
That's
to
right.
eat was a sin. But what we find out today is that where we fall short, and the reason we can't lose the weight is because we ain't changed the way we think. We change the food that we eat, and we do some exercise, but we haven't changed the way we think. They have proven that obesity comes from toxic thinking.
Wow.
Change your thinking and watch the weight drop. Huh? let me give you an illustration. Dee probably remember this. I think some years ago I used to tell Dee, man, I don't like my stomach getting big. I don't like this. And Dee said, you're getting older. They told me you're getting older. I'm like, I don't care. I don't like the way it's getting.
Right.
You know, I never had a stomach that just stuck out. I always told people my stomach wouldn't do that. You know, now my stomach's sticking out, my belt's all up under my stomach and everything, you know. I'm trying to pull my shirt out so it don't show.
Join the club.
You know? And so I told the wife one day, I said, you know what? This thing got to go.
It got to go.
I mean, I ain't that crazy in how I eat. So you know what I started doing?
Change your way of thinking.
I just took my hand and started rubbing it across my stomach like this. And I just, as I rubbed my hand across my stomach, I seemed to get flatter and flatter and flatter. So one day the wife said, hey, what's happening to your stomach? I said, I'm just rubbing my hand on it. And I heard the Lord say, just drink you some lemon juice too. Just some lemon juice, just some water with lemon in it. So you gotta listen to what the Spirit is saying. And I drank me a little water with lemon in it, and boy, that thing just started going down. The wife said, give me some water and lemon. Next thing you know, she walking around talking about it. Just the way we think. The way we think. If our thinking is screwed up, our faith is going to be screwed up. That's really the bottom line. If our thinking is toxic, our faith is going to be toxic. Our faith towards God is going to be toxic. We need to leave here knowing we're not a victim. We're just not. I don't care what people are doing, what people are saying, how they act, and we're not victims. You're only a victim when you choose to be a victim. It's your choice to be a victim. And when you choose to become a victim, you're going to be all jacked up. You're going to be bust up, messed up, frustrated, mad. Choose not to be a victim and see what happens. When you start walking more as a victor instead of a victim, all of a sudden things start changing. Yeah, things start changing. So we got to do like the woman did. We got to visualize. We got to get in our head, you know, just what Hebrews said about faith. You know, faith is, or hope is, the perception without the five senses of what it is you ask for. You got to see it. If you don't see it, it ain't gonna happen.
Imagination.
Yeah. Imagination. Hey. Huh? I sent out a thing talking about imagination. I sent it out to everybody about imagination. You know, the Bible talks about vain imagination, but there's an imagination that comes from faith. And in this imagination, if you look up the word imagination, it talks about creative. It's creative. Huh? The ability to create. Huh? What did God do? He created. Right? And so God placed in us the ability to see what it is that we've been asking for. And then watch it be released from heaven. She wanted a healing. And through her faith of visualizing and seeing herself healed simply by touching the hem of his garment, a release from heaven came down through Jesus and healed her body. So we want to see things change in our family, change us.
Yes.
Huh? Stop complaining about your spouse. Stop saying what they ain't doing. You do what you're supposed to do.
Amen.
They didn't kiss me, kiss them. Huh? They didn't hug me, hug them. They didn't take me to the movie, take them to the movie.
Amen.
Just say, hey, babe, you want to go to the movies? Don't even do it with attitude now, because you do it with attitude, you all messed up. You ain't doing it. You got to do it out of the sincerity of your heart. You got to do it because you know that's the right thing to do. I don't know why my wife didn't give me no kiss this morning. Maybe she woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know. Maybe it was too cold in the house or something. I don't know. Right? So should I? Yeah, thank you. That's what she said. I was coming to get me a kiss. You know, maybe a Chad's gonna say, oh,
That's all right.
you know, maybe she just forgot. Maybe she got busy. Should I walk out the house mad about that?
No.
No. It's just when I see her, I just come here.
Mm-hmm.